Welcome back. We have covered the basics of Postman and learned how to organize our request with collections and mastered HTTP methods, namely get, post, put, and delete. But when you send a put or post request, how do you actually send the data? That's what we are going to discuss today, the Postman body request. So let's understand how to send different types of data, whether it's JSON, form data, or even a file is very important for interacting with any modern API. So let's get ready to send some real data. So let's jump into Postman and see how does a post. Let's take an example of a post request and how the body looks like. You click on the body tab, which is right here, and you can see the options here like none, form data, x-www-form URL-encoded, raw, binary, and GraphQL. First, the none. Let's take a look at this option. This is what you typically use for a GET request and delete request. So for the GET request and delete request, these are none because we don't send a body. Why? Because you are either just retrieving information from the server using the GET API call or specifying a resource to delete when you use the delete API, delete HTTP method. Now next the option is form data. This form data has key value pair and it is often used for sending multipart data, like when you want to upload a file. So you can send both text and a value, or you can also send a file. You can upload a file which is a binary data. So think of it like a form submission on a website where you can attach files. So this is actually used for traditional web forms, especially those including file uploads. So when you select form data, you will see here key value pairs, and for each key you can specify a value, or you can select a file. When you choose a file, you can select the file from your local machine. So each key value pair, you can add as many key value pairs as you want, and that's how. So let's take a quick look and see how it looks. This is an example Postman request, and you see the URL, and the body right now is none, but the post requires a body. So we have all these options, and I'm going to paste an example JSON into the raw category. This is the most common form of the content, the raw body, and I'm going to paste this raw text, which is a JSON content. That's the body, and the headers tab has the content type application JSON. This is very important. This header is automatically added and that is taken care by Postman, but if you don't have this, you can add it. You can add manually, but you can see here our body content is JSON. That's why we have this header that tells what type of content are we sending. So we are sending the JSON type, and when you hit the send button, you are sending this content and the same content is received. And if I upload anything, for example, if I send another request, you can see the demo data coming back in the response, and the response is created 201 HTTP, meaning the resource was created successfully. So that's a confirmation that the JSON data was sent successfully. Next to the JSON, we have other raw data types such as XML, and when you change it to XML, the header in the Postman automatically changes to XML, and so it needs to match what you select here. And some older APIs and SOAP services still use XML, so you can paste your XML content here. Because it is no longer a JSON, you want XML, you need to paste the XML structure in the body. And we saw the content type changing to the application slash XML. Let's try again. Let me change it to JSON, and the content type is not there, but you can add it manually. And you can see here the autocomplete helps us, and it even tells us autocompletes this value, the value column. We have application slash JSON. So you can see here a lot of options here, but the most popular one is the application slash JSON. But if I change it to a different one, it is going to change automatically. If it doesn't, then you have to go and make sure that it matches what you have in the body settings. So if you want to send raw XML, you can send that. Finally, let's look at the binary. Binary is, as the name says, this is only for sending binary data, like a single large file, a video file, or an executable file. So you click on that and then choose a local file from your machine, new file from your machine, and select the file. Once you select the content type header, you can see here it changes to application, and if the file is a PDF, it will change here automatically, or you have to set it. And you can see here, if you have selected a PDF file, this will be PDF. If it is any other type of file, it will adjust automatically. If it is a zip file or gzip file, so that is sometimes you need to double check this, but Postman usually automatically updates that for you. And so that's all the options we have. The GraphQL is another different type of content, and we will take a look at it in a separate video. So in the next video, I'm going to dive deep into Postman headers and how to use them in the API request. So you will learn how the headers here carry the important metadata with every request and response. So if this video helped you, please hit that like button, subscribe for more in-depth Postman tutorials, and check out my complete tutorial series, the complete Postman tutorial playlist right here, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.